Seattle, Washington's the place to be in college basketball. These fans have been camping out for 2 days to watch the two best teams in the Pac-10. It's that old battle of cats and dogs next on FSN. Welcome to Seattle, Washington, where today we bring you the game of the year in the Pac-10 Conference. The fans are ready to go crazy for the Arizona Wildcats and the Washington Huskies. And the standings tell you all you need to know about this game. Arizona with a game-and-a-half lead on Washington. The key is if Arizona wins, they are the Pac-10 champions. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Physiak. This is Marcus Johnson. There are so many storylines concerning this game, from Hall of Fame coach Lute Olson needing one more win to break John Wooden's record for most conference victories, to the Huskies trying to remain unbeaten at home this year. But at the top of that list, Marcus, is Washington needing to win to keep alive their Pac-10 title hopes.
And two seeds. Could anybody use a 2 seed around here? I think both teams could. Whoever wins this game puts themselves in excellent position to get one. Now for Arizona, what they must do and what they've done the last few games is go inside to Channing Frye. He's averaged 20 points a game his last 3 games. Thursday night against Washington State, 26 points, missed just 2 of 13 field goal attempts, had 4 block shots. He does a great job setting up, a great jump hook, great medium range jump shooter. Channing Frye had better be dealt with if Washington wants to win.
Well, Washington does a great job because they have 5 weapons on the floor at all times, but the guy on Thursday who just erupted for 29 was the guy who was the first perfect name.
Will
No, the Trey guy. The guy who shoots outside jumpers.
Trey Simmons, one of the most underrated players, not only in the Pac-10, but in the entire country. Just a devastating outside shooter. Shoots 43% from the three-point line. The other night, he was unstoppable. You let him free in transition in the half-court set, he is going to burn you. He is that kind of a shooter, leading his team in scoring just under 17 points a game. The other night, 29 points, 6 of 7 from the three-point line. Trey Simmons got him going at the beginning of the game, the start of the second half. He's a guy that you got to play tag with, man. You got to play tag. You got to find Trey Simmons. You got to tag him, D up, and get in his face.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's do this.
All right. Well, Washington has one more advantage. They are unbeaten at home this year, a school record 15 straight Pac-10 wins. Now, the final score starts right now.
Hi, I'm Paige McKenzie, a UW senior from Yakima, majoring in business.
So what did the company do when they found out about the outbreak?
Communication. Our team has been discussing the qualities you need to build a thriving business. Things like creativity,
attention to detail,
flexibility,
competitiveness, vision.
Those are some of the same qualities it takes to play college golf. I'm proud to be on one of the top women's teams in the nation. I'm also proud to be attending a great business school.
Joe, you're glad we got the Durango, right?
Of course.
And you liked all the money we saved when we bought it, right?
Got us a bigger boat.
Oh, and how about the Hemi engine and the DVD player and the hands-free cell? Then why won't you use the navigation system?
I'm not lost.
Dodge Durango.
This is starting to look familiar.
It's a lot of great stuff for a great price. Grab 0 Plus, 0% financing plus package discounts, plus February bonus cash for total savings up to $8,600.
Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. I like slam dunks that take me to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley-oop.
Find scores, find tickets, find just what you're after with a new, more precise MSN search.
a symptom checker that allows people to isolate the warning signs of an illness and understand what they mean. A physician finder that enables them to locate the right doctor for the problem. Assessment tools that summarize risks and treatment options to discuss with their physicians. Personal health managers that allow parents to watch over their children in ways never before possible. Diet plans tailored to a person's individual lifestyle. A search engine that delivers only the most credible and trusted content. Taken separately, the services of WebMD help people in countless ways. But taken together, they add up to America's most trusted and most visited health site. A site that's recommended by more physicians and relied upon by more than 20 million Americans every month. WebMD, America's health site.
Take the dollar. What's going on, man?
You won't take my dollar. Oh, that looks good.
Oh, yeah, it's new from KFC. Real chicken breast. Only $1.
You got that for $1?
Yeah. Took your $1.
Oh.
Ready for a tasty bargain? Try the brand new 99-cent snacker from KFC. 100% hand-floured chicken breast, pepper mayo, and crisp lettuce freshly prepared on a sesame seed bun. Now your dollar goes further at KFC.
Pac-10 college basketball on FSN is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. And by MSN Search. Find just what you're after with the new, more precise MSN Search. This is the Huskies' final home game of the year. They are a perfect 14-0 this season. Arizona, number 9. Washington, number 14. Let's check out the visitors' starting lineup. Radinovich has been rebounding like crazy lately. Adams is Mr. Do-Everything offensively and defensively. We told you about Frye. Shakur had 19 in Arizona's win in the desert, and Stoudamire averaging almost 21 points per game. We told you the story of Lute Olson. He has tied John Wooden for most wins in conference history, and he has passed Slatskill and Heck Edmondson. He's playing an old Heck Edmondson pavilion. For the Washington Huskies, it's senior day, so Hakeem Rollins will get the start over Jensen. Jones is the defender, Simmons the 3-shooter, Robinson, Conroy, both among the leaders in assists and scoring this year. And Lorenzo Romar, you see those 3 wins? All 3 came in a sweep last year, including one in the Pac-10 tournament. Marcus, how about your Dodge game plan?
Well, let's take a look at her, Steve. Right here for Arizona, their execution in the half court has got to be there. And then also defensively, they worked a lot on defending the curls and flares of Washington. For Washington, they're going to see a lot of 1-3-1 zone from Arizona. They worked a lot on that yesterday. And then transition D. A lot of times the Huskies will send 5 offensive rebounders to the backboard. Got to be careful with that, because Arizona will make you pay the price at the other end.
It's the game of the year in the Pac-10. Conference leader Arizona and second place Washington. The Wildcats boast that game-and-a-half lead on the Huskies and beat Washington in Tucson 91-82 back on January 27th. Arizona in the red, Washington in the white, and the fans who have enjoyed only victories this year jumping up and down on that sideline. Channing Frye jump center against Rollins. It is Stoudamire winning it. And Arizona will start things with Adams, Shakur, Stoudamire, Frye, and Radinovich.
Washington starting off defensively, man-to-man defense with a lot of pressure on the basketball. That is their signature.
Channing Frye, easy to the hoop, fires it down, and Stoudamire drew the defense, leaving Frye wide open.
Hakeem Rollins left to help out. If he's going to leave to help out, he's got to get someone defending rotating weak side. Here's that 1-3-1 half-court zone defense from Arizona. Washington spent an awful lot of time attacking seams, moving the ball quickly on the outside. Let's see if it works today.
And Stoudamire hit the baseline. He told the official that he was shoved, but no, it's a turnover into Washington.
Salim going to break him down a little back, behind the back movement there, forces Hakeem Rollins out of position. You're so in tune to where Stoudamire is on the floor, but you do not want to leave Channing Frye wide open.
Conroy, Robinson in the backcourt. And a whistle and a travel against Nate Robinson. as he tried to make his move. Washington yesterday in practice was working a lot against the 1-3-1, and Romar was going 4-on-3 sometimes just so they would recognize the gaps in the zone.
And just get them in tune to moving the basketball quickly. You can always have someone open in a drill like that.
Oh, look at the tip-in by Hassan Adams from about 5 feet away.
Hassan Adams just 9 points their last time they met. He's the guy you better be aware of, along with this dude. That dude right there. Can't give him any room. I'm not even going to say a lot of room, just any room on the outside.
A steal by Conroy into the hands of Jones. He muscles into Radinovich. Blocking foul against Radinovich.
That's what Washington wants to do. They want to create turnovers, get it out in transition. Bobby Jones, little crossover move, going to try and get middle. Pretty good positioning by Radinovich on the outside, but he gets called for the block. And then here's a guy that you have to be aware of. Now that 1-3-1 zone defense.
Robinson missing. Rogers in the game now very quickly. And you just wonder if there's anything wrong with Mustafa Shakur, because Chris Rogers came off the bench like right now.
Lute was displeased with the effort hustling baseline to baseline. He was the one that gave up the jump shot, the corner jumper to Trey Simmons.
Rogers probably the best perimeter defender on the team. And there's Shakur, who did a great job running the baseline in the 1-3-1 in their victory in Tucson 1 month ago.
And we've talked about this the entire season. Lute has the depth this year to use the bench as a teaching tool. If a guy is not hustling and being as active as he wants him to be, playing that backline defender, then he'll sit him down for a few possessions, let him get a bird's eye view from the Pine area.
Adams almost got the steal. Simmons. Wow, is he hot. Marcus, remember that slump he was in? He had 3 for 25. He has now made 11 of his last 12 three-pointers.
He is that kind of a shooter. Told me he was ready to work extremely hard to get open. Nice backdoor feed and cut from Hassan Adams.
Simmons goes baseline. Rogers was out on her defensively and fouled him with his right knee.
Chester Simmons III. Look at him right here. Defensively, you got to be aware of where he is on the floor. Nice little rush screen from Akeem Rollins to get a piece of Ivan Radinovich. But you've got to be prepared to fight through that screen, get over the top of it, whatever you need to do. Play tag with Trey Simmons, like Chris Rogers is doing right there. This is what you don't want to do against that zone. You don't want to dribble the ball 3, 4, 5, 6 dribbles. You want to move the ball on the pass, side to side, baseline runner and Trey Simmons.
Conroy gets it back. Robinson tried to alley-oop it to Hakeem Rollins, and it's picked off by Channing Frye. Radinovich inside, and Arizona's doing their damage inside, much like they did in their last win against Washington State. 46 of their 57 points against the Cougars came in that paint from the front line.
And Ivan Radinovich has kind of been the unsung hero. You talked about his great rebounding, but he has the ability to post up strong and knock down medium-range jumpers, and another miscommunication inside trying to get the ball on Rollins. First time it was Nate Robinson, that time it was Will Conroy.
Arizona with it. All 8 of their points are in the paint.
Nate Robinson doing a good job denying.
That's a tough, strong move to the hoop by Radinovich, just a sophomore from Croatia.
It's a tough matchup inside for Trey Simmons. He's getting matched up against Radinovich inside, and as you mentioned, 6'10", 240, just a strong, wide-bodied Ivan Radinovich does a nice job.
Will Conroy missing the 3. Rollins out rebounded by Stoudamire, who comes flying forecourt. He's got a 3-on-1. His pull-up is good. Man, he's a little like Robinson in that they can look off balance and then they just hang.
It was the water theory. He avoided, took the path of least resistance.
Oh, baby, I'm loving this Trey.
So talking about water theory, that was a wet ball. That was a deep, wet ball from Trey Simmons, and he shot 3 of those so far in this game. When is Arizona going to recognize?
Rogers' low block gets it out to Adams.
Once again, looking inside, trying to post up Salim. Post up Radinovich on Bobby Jones. Dinovich has done a nice job getting down low, nice presentation inside, and just a simple drop step to the basket. Same exact play again, right box, drop step, glass, and then Salim Stoudamire, the path of least resistance. No charging foul here. I'm jumping by you and knocking it down.
Get lost. Yeah, go away.
Honey, your dad got your favorite.
He looks hungry.
The new hot, fresh toasted subs are here. Like the Chicken Bacon Ranch. Toasted hot inside and out. Subway. Eat fresh.
We're here with Nikki checking out the latest shipment at a Stupid Prices store.
So, where's the big discount?
Ma'am, it's half off all green price tags every day and no sales tax.
50% off and no sales tax? Sweet!
At Stupid Prices, you'll find new products once sold at national chains. All green tagged items get 50% off at the register and always no sales tax.
Wait till Daddy sees our new couch.
Be smart. Shop Stupid Prices.
Hi, Alan Gamblin in Enumclaw. No, I don't own a coffee stand, but for a limited time only, you can drive a brand new Chevy Aveo for the price of a latte a day. Or for a skinny mocha, a new Cobalt. How about a new Silverado or Pontiac G6? For 2 lattes a day, we're brewing up the hottest deals anywhere. See gamblinmotors.com for details. And remember, we'll pay more for your trade. It's just that simple.
You got to see the gambling man.
You're watching FSN.
Here in Seattle, Arizona has a 3-point lead on the Washington Huskies. Steve Physiok, Marcus Johnson with you at Bank of America Arena. And Bank of America Arena has seen a lot of victories this year. The Huskies 14-0 this year. They've won a school record 15 straight conference game, 21 straight at Bank of America Arena. Their last loss came 13 months ago, more than 13 months ago, against the UCLA Bruins in overtime. Well, here we go as Arizona can clinch its 11th regular season Pac-10 title with a win today, but right now they're starting with too many turnovers. That's their 4th in the first 4.5 minutes. Simmons finally misses. There's Frye with a nice rebound, but it's taken from him by Brandon Roy, and Robinson converts.
The Huskies, the Dogs, just out scrapping the Wildcats inside on that possession there. And then defensively, Trey Simmons, a nice job so far on Salim Stoudamire, denying him all over the floor. That's how you D him up, Steve.
And it's led by Simmons, the 3-shooter who really extended his defense on Chris Rogers and forced the timeout.
And here's that scrap I talked about right there. Brandon Roy picks up the loose ball. Nice court awareness to find Nate Robinson on the opposite side of the key.
Washington has to deal with the Pac-10 Player of the Week. Salim Stoudamire was outstanding last week, and particularly against Oregon State. He not only scored 31, but he had a school record 9 3-pointers in 14 attempts. And because of that, Salim Stoudamire is our U.S. Bank Pac-10 Player of the Week. He's been doing these kinds of numbers really since conference play began.
Just outstanding. I mean, 13 of 20 from long range, but he's shooting what, about 56, 57%.
Hey, Marcus, what do you think of Lute Olson's comment that Salim is the best guard he's ever had? I mean, he's had some great guards.
Well, you know, that's a heck of a statement when you think about the Mike Bivvies and Mike Dickersons and Miles Simons and Damon Stoudamire and Khalid Reeves, and he's had so many terrific guards. How do you choose?
Stoudamire
like this.
25 missing.
He's going to show you how to choose.
Jawan McClellan, the freshman in the game, along with Kirk Walters. So Arizona going double bigs with 7-foot Walters and 6'11" Frye.
Salim just 1 for 7 against Washington State. He said he's going to be a lot more active.
That's what they want to see from Channing Frye. But again, it's Stoudamire drawing the defense.
What makes Channing Frye so tough. He's so good on that pick and pop. As a big guy, doesn't have to roll to 10 feet to get in the range. His range is about 17, 18 feet out on the perimeter.
Brandon Roy in the game, he only saw 18 minutes, kind of hurt his knee in the pregame drills against ASU. and told coach so Lorenzo Romar limited it. He iced his knee all yesterday, did not practice.
It's not the way they worked on attacking that 1-3-1 zone. They worked on attacking the gaps, throwing a lot of skip passes, a lot of screens out top. Another turnover, Salim Stoudamire.
The 5th by Arizona.
Salim, a little pump fake right here. Nice job kicking it back out on the pop after the screen to Channing Frye. And so Salim doing a nice job of allowing the game to come to him, looking to move the basketball around and kind of take it what the defense is giving him early. And Mike Jensen's going to have to help out on that screen. He needs a rotator coming over from the free throw line to pick up Channing Frye because the Wildcats are hot.
Both are, and Mike Jensen in the game with Robinson, Joel Smith coming off the bench, Brandon Roy, and Jamal Williams. Easy, too easy against the Cat defense.
And they worked on that pass a lot in practice yesterday from the wing to a cutter underneath the basket. Once you draw that lone defender out of the paint.
Frye's playing differently this month. He is much more aggressive, almost demanding the basketball.
I think Luda's instructed his guys to give it to him also. I mean, he's demanding it, and Luda's made it a point of emphasis to have his guys look for him early, especially early in games, get him off.
Adams rebounding, Jensen's miss. Shakur's the point. He spent a lot of early minutes of this game on the bench next to Coach Olson.
Let's see if the message was delivered.
Lob inside Frye, and he is killing him inside.
You know, when he's got to go against 6'11" Kirk Walters, who's a very physical player of his own for Arizona every day in practice, he learns how to position himself, how to use his lower body to seal and make himself a nice target for deliveries like that over the top. You go against Kirk Walters at 6'11", Mike Jensen at 6'8". That's a short guy. That's like a little tiny man.
Williams probably their best back to the basket low post scorer. He has had terrific games this year, but he misses his first shot.
Here's Salim, nice job on the penetration, draw the defenders, and that's the guy they say that's soft. Channing Frye bouncing defenders off of him, and then Hassan Adams with no ball pressure on him. He can just pick you apart. Does a nice job, and then Channing Frye gets a lot of credit also for the seal inside against Mike Jensen. You got to pressure that basketball to stop that lob pass from being as easily executed as it was in that possession.
Arizona by 5, but they also have 5 turnovers. And when you shoot 9 of your first 11, you expect to be up more.
Now Washington 2-3 zone. The interior people, Radinovich and Frye, have been killing them. So here's their adjustment.
And the steal. Robinson will take it past Shakur and get fouled. The first on Mustafa Shakur.
Zone pays dividends. That possession there, as Arizona tries to force the issue inside. Washington does a nice job collapsing. Joel Smith, the freshman, Mike Jensen collapsing on Radinovich. And, you know, Nate Robinson, the former football player, he is looking for contact. He is seeking the contact.
And Radinovich is mad at Chris Rogers, who criticized him for not coming to get the basketball on the pass to him. And Yvonne and Chris had words.
Well, you know, both guys get a piece of that turnover. I mean, the turnover will go to Chris Rogers because he was a passer. But that he threw it a little, you know, he kind of floated it up there and made it anybody's basketball. But Yvonne's got to do a better job also of approaching the basketball once and recognizing that it's a soft pass and then going to get the ball.
Robinson makes both foul shots. Washington within 3. Coming back in the game, the senior point guard has its senior dig here at Bank of America Arena, Will Conroy. He's a real warrior and leader.
Washington once again falling back into that 2-3 zone.
Adams missing. Roy rebounding. And Brandon has the ball stripped, and it went off his knee out of bounds, so the Huskies turn it over.
Not a bad idea by Brandon Roy. He thought about passing to a wing player and then saw that lane open up, and just great job on the part of Arizona. Get hands in there, swiping at the basketball, knocks it off his body.
Our officials today, Tom Wood, Bobby McCroy, and Martin Cotta. Washington staying in the 2-3 zone. Walters in for Frye.
Hassan Adams, the baseline runner, and not really known to be a devastating outside shooter, so you don't have to close out on him as much. You can focus more on the interior of the defense.
That's a nice move by the sophomore Walters, who at one time was going to be redshirted by Coach Olson this year.
He gets down low for a big guy, gets the legs coiled so he can spring up inside. He's a very athletic player at 6'11",
Joel Smith, that's not a good decision, but he's fortunate that Conroy picks up the deep rebound.
Yeah, too early. You don't get the zone moving enough. He's fading to his right. A long three-point shot. That's a better shot for Joel.
And he drops it.
That's a better shot. Get it right at the free throw line. You're going toward the basket. Nice delivery by Mike Jensen to find him. Now, Arizona's had a lot of success inside. I don't think, now's not a time to go away from it, even with the packed-in 2-3 zone in Washington.
Arizona inside. Beautiful pass by Shakur. Adams misses the easy layup and the tip. Roy. Yes! Brandon Roy taking over inside. Timeout on the floor. 11:01 remaining first half. Wildcats by 1 over the Dogs.
The Pac-10 is providing K-8 schools with an online learning program that improves test scores. It's called Kids College, and it uses state standard curriculum and Pac-10 sports activities to prescribe individualized instruction and provide students with the motivation they need to learn. Kids College makes learning fun. Log on to learn more. The Pac-10, a conference of champions.
Whoa. Oh. The all-new Dodge Dakota.
Nice, yeah.
With the only V8 in its class.
This is gonna look great in our bedroom. You are such an...
And the most overall interior room.
wonderful man.
Now grab 0 Plus, 0% financing plus February bonus cash for total savings up to $5,100 on Dakota.
Nice.
I'll be right back. Watch your seat, huh?
Yeah, I got one. Sorry, my buddy's sitting there. Hello? You'll be fine.
What did I miss?
Just a little D.
You see the sign, hardcore fans spend the night. A lot of fans spent 2 days to get the best seats for the biggest game in the Pac-10. And ACC tomorrow, how about this? North Carolina takes on Maryland in a showdown between national championship contenders. Coverage begins, tip-off show tomorrow, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on FSN. And you talk about the top scoring team in the nation. You start with the Tar Heels, but then you go right to Washington, then Wake Forest. The Huskies averaging 87 points per game. But interestingly, Lorenzo Romar gives up the top spot in the conference to Arizona, who has the most points scored. 18 conference games they will play this year.
That speaks to that work in progress Lute Olson's been talking about all season, how they worked on a lot of defense early on, and the offense will come around. Well, here they are leading the conference in scoring in conference games. It's come around.
Stoudamire misses the 3, knocked out deep. Salim 1 for 7 in the victory over Washington State in overtime Thursday. Frye back in, jump hook. No. Conroy controls. Huskies can take the lead. Joel Smith, he's ready to fire every time he touches it. Joel's got to remember he's a freshman, and this is senior day.
But now Joel Smith didn't play a lot of minutes against Arizona State the other night. He was feeling a little under the weather, battling a bug. So he's got getting his minutes today, but he's got to be a little bit more judicious in his selection, in his shot selection.
Judicious is a very good word. You're very nice about that.
He's hanging it high, letting it fly.
Hakeem Rollins, no. Frye with the rebound and fires it to Shakur. Rogers has gone to the sideline with a second foul. Stoudamire, Shakur, Adams, Frye, Radinovich.
Son missed Channing Frye as a secondary cutter in the paint.
Salim against 2 defenders. A high-arching rainbow. That's his first 3 of the game.
And shot the ball well, just 2 for 5 in this game, but he is being aggressive, and he's the kind of guy that's got to, he needs quantity. He needs a lot of shots. He needs to keep putting them up to get himself back into a nice rhythm.
Jamal Williams backing his way in and hooking it in over Channing Frye. 6'5", Jamal Williams.
Something that UW did extremely well down in Tucson against the 1-3-1 to get Jamal Williams and Channing Frye on his back. He's still able to score.
Williams again working with the right hand, and it's working tonight.
Molly Mall once again gets Channing Frye on his back, 6'5" against 6'10", but he is so quick off the floor and great timing on the release to avoid the block.
Wow. They're going to give that basketball to the Washington Huskies. It appeared to go off the back of the foot of a Washington player.
Yeah, it did indeed, but here's Jamal Williams. We talked about him, put that left shoulder into the defender. And they just out quick the big guy to get the shot off. Once again, same deal here. You know, Channing Frye doesn't want to get a foul. They're going to reverse that call. That's a proper call because that was an obvious kick by a Washington player.
We have our first tie since this game was locked up at 6-all.
And Arizona's exploited the holes, the gaps in the Washington zone. Lorenzo Romar, the fine Washington coach, goes back to man-to-man defense.
Stoudamire, no. Rebound, Rollins. Ahead to Conroy. Both teams want to run.
And that might be...
Simmons with the miss. Look at this battle. This is great.
There's all five on the offensive glass. You know, it's feast or famine. It can really help you, or it might hurt you because you might give up easy transition baskets. And right there, the Huskies, great job keeping it alive.
This is what Lute Olson said. He said the key to victory would be to box out.
And Brandon Roy just going to get a piece of it, but you got Trey Simmons, Will Conroy working in there, Hakeem Rollins. I mean, all these guys are on the same size. Very athletic, very quick to the basketball. And tenacious, I guess, is the biggest component to great offensive rebounding.
Lute Olson said yesterday at practice if they can control the defensive boards, they can cause some problems. The Huskies send 5 to the glass. Here's Adams the other way, and he'll lay it in.
Well, that 5 to the glass gave Washington poor defensive balance going back. Hassan Adams makes him pay.
Arizona with the steal. Stoudamire comes up. That might be a charging foul. Yes, it is.
Great body giving up bailout play by Will Conroy, the senior from Garfield High School. That was a 4-on-1.
Washington at home picking it up. They've got a chance to tie it when we come back against Arizona.
From the minute my son was born, I knew I wanted to be that dad. The guy who can show you how to throw a perfect spiral, fixing bikes and skateboard ramps, going to ball games. My father was that dad, and now I've become that dad. That's why I bought a Saturn.
The all-new 7-passenger 2005 Saturn Relay with the security of OnStar and DVD player standard. Lease a new 2005 Saturn Relay front-wheel drive 2 for $299 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details.
Step onto the field. Electrify the last row. Take the ultimate ride. Shatter records. Start a movement. Greatness won't come to you. You have to reach for it. Bass, reach for greatness.
We had the local rental car game locked up until they moved in. In-car navigation systems. We got an in-hand navigation system. It's called a map. No, you can't pick up a car here and drive out of state. You planning a bank heist? Airline miles, hotel points? No, we've got bucks. Who do you think we are, Hertz?
Hertz is in the neighborhood with hundreds of locations, competitive rates. We'll come and get you too. It's your trip. Rent wisely.
Arizona by 2. Both teams said transition defense will be key to winning.
And especially for Washington, because they love to send 4 guys to the backboard. I mean, right here, you're going to see 4 guys in the painted area. These 4 right here, now you got to put yourself at a disadvantage. But Will Conroy makes a great play. Watch the little jab, step away this direction. Going to come back over here, get the charging foul against Salim. Stoudamire give up the body. That was a great deke on his part to make Salim think that he was going to give him an open lane. No, no, no.
He reminds me of that former UCLA Bruin Earl Watson in the growth of his game, and Conroy could play at the next level. This is a senior year. Watson's best year was by far his senior year, and the same is true with Will Conroy, who will likely lead the conference in assists.
There is a place on the next level for guys who bring the intangibles to the table.
Bobby Jones scores his first bucket.
Bobby Jones is another one of those intangible guys. Defense, rebounds, and can also have a huge offensive night if you pay him no attention defensively.
Mustafa Shakur missing. Stoudamire's on the sideline, and I think he's not going to be there long. Oh, a block by Channing Frye.
Yeah, that's a great hustle down the middle of the floor by Channing Frye to thwart the attempt inside.
Frye has 8 points. I think that's why Lute Olson was concerned that Shakur didn't at least let Frye touch it on the offensive possession last time.
A smart move by Lorenzo Romar to mix up his defenses, trying to keep the Arizona offense just a little off balance. You got to spend 4 or 5 seconds recognizing, and then all of a sudden there's 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Rogers misses with 8 left in the shot clock. Simmons rebounds.
Whenever college guys see that 10, that's enough time to get a better shot, but they will oftentimes not force things.
Steal by Adams, great outlet to Shakur by Frye, and the Wildcats go up by 2, 27-25. That was like a Wes Unseld outlet pass.
Arizona back in the 1-3-1. Shakur didn't recognize he was playing man-to-man. Now he's got himself in position. Got to be in tune to what the rest of the team is doing.
Rollins on the low block. Arizona that 1-3-1 with Rogers out top and Shakur running the baseline. Hayden Robinson, he's been quiet. All of a sudden he takes off right side to tie the game.
Great execution. Overload the left side. Skip pass it over the top to the right side. You find a wide open Nate Robinson. Trey Simmons is like a magnet, defensive magnet. Washington stays zone, packing it in, trying to clog up the lanes, especially with no Stoudamire on the floor.
Wow, Rogers with a wild shot. Adams tries for the save, but drops it into the hands of a Husky. Oh, blocked again by Frye. That's a goaltend.
I don't know. And that's 6'10" going against 6'2", 6'3". Was the ball coming down? Channing Frye's awful long. Man, that's a tough call. And there's a nice job. Also, Channing Frye got to sprint down the middle of the floor. Bobby Jones with the head fake gives Channing enough time to catch and swat. But, you know, goaltending or not, you love the activity of Channing Frye protecting his house, the middle, the painted area.
And Washington has their first lead since they were up 6-4. Now they go back to Frye. That's who they have to work through. And Channing with 10 points. 5 of 6 from the floor. You got 6 shots and your guys hit 5. I think I want to go through him a bit more.
But we're seeing some great offensive execution against the zone. That time, Radinovich goes short corner. Channing Frye flashes to the basket. There's Frye again defensively, making a nuisance of himself, a pest.
And a foul is called against Arizona.
So here's Radinovich short corner, and Channing Frye, once the defense shifts, just explodes right to the front of the rim, and Radinovich at 6'10" with the ability to see over the smaller defenders and find his 6'10" compadre.
5 for 6, 10 points. I had a chance to watch that Syracuse-Providence game today, and the way Syracuse was determined to get that ball to Hakeem Warwick, and he was just killing Providence inside.
Hakeem Warwick is a man. Yeah, he can bring it. He's only, you look at him play at Warwick, you think of him as like 6'11", 17. He's like listed at 6'8". With long arms and athletic, which would be an apt description of this guy here, Juwan McClellan, the outstanding freshman out of Texas. 6'5", great shooter, just another long line of tremendous wing players for Lute Olson in Arizona.
He might be in the starting lineup as early as next year as a sophomore. McClellan coming in to give some rest to Hassan Adams. And Adams has gone to the sideline where the trainer is working, might have stiffness in his back. Either that or it's just yoga, a little yoga in between sessions.
A little workout video, but once again the 2-3 zone. Let's see if they try the same maneuver as before. Kind of flash Radinovich to the short corner, or flash Frye to the short corner, and allow Radinovich to cut down the middle.
Frye trying to post up Williams' defense too much. Shakur Gets it out to Radinovich, who hits the jump shot from about 18 feet out. They can really stretch it because Frye and Radinovich for the bigs can score outside.
As long as you've got a penetrator, and the Wildcats have 2 of those on the floor. That's the second time Williams has been stripped trying to put it down against his own. He's got to put it down more going to the middle of the floor rather than baseline. Jamal Williams. Nice job.
Oh, what a tip in by Brandon Roy. Where did he come from?
Just kind of slinking along the baseline and then using his explosion, the athleticism to jump up into the cup.
Both teams playing mainly that zone.
And Channing Frye missed Radinovich, but that was the exact same play that Frye scored on.
It'll be Arizona basketball with 14 seconds left in the shot clock and a time out of the floor, 3:45 left.
We talked about the weapons, offensive weapons of Washington, and there's one, the offensive rebound. Brandon Roy just kind of slinking his way around. You better put a body on him or he will make you pay. 1-point ball game, Huskies lead.
Cooper Tire is proud to be the official tire of the Pac-10 Conference. Cooper Tires, don't give up a thing.
Here we go.
Hey, you guys need a tow?
Sure.
Best friends, you're there when I need you. Best
Dodge Ram. It's everything you've ever dreamed of. In one powerful truck.
Man, that was sweet. For you.
Grab 0 Plus. 0% financing plus package discounts plus February bonus cash for total savings up to $9,000.
The best damn sports show, period. Television's greatest late-night sports show has raised the bar again. Join Tom Arnold and John Sally as they cut loose with the biggest stars in sports and entertainment. It's late-night television reinvented.
I don't know if you're going to go for this. Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
The best damn sports show, period. Weeknights on FSN.
Washington with a 1-point lead over Arizona. Wildcat fans mighty proud of their kid from Phoenix St. Mary's High School.
And again, it's a difference between playing with finesse and being soft. And Channing Frye brings a lot of finesse to the basketball floor, as you're seeing here. Great hands inside, tremendous footwork. And, you know, a comparison that I make is like a Tim Duncan type of a player. And Tim Duncan's a couple inches taller, a lot longer. But, you know, Tim Duncan's not just going to growl at you and talk a lot of trash and show a lot of emotion. Channing Frye's out of that same mold, 10th on the all-time Arizona list, just recently surpassing Chris Mills to move into that spot. So he's been a productive player for Lute Olson in his 4 years.
And Lute Olson was very disappointed when Channing Frye was left off the Wooden Award top 30. He said, here's what is great about college basketball, and Channing Frye, he's a guy who wanted to continue. His mom and dad wanted him to continue. He's going to get his degree, and a credit to the game. Well, tonight, Pac-10 Hoops continues on FSN when the California Golden Bears take on the Oregon State Beavers. Coverage begins at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific only on FSN, and that is a very important game for Oregon State for their postseason hopes. Oregon State, if they win, they'll be 16-11, whether it's NIT or NCAA, a must game for Jay John. And our Pac-10 standings show Arizona, Washington. Then you've got Stanford, UCLA. Will it be 3-4 from the Pac-10 going? The Pac-10 hopes it'll be 4, but Stanford needs to take care of business, and UCLA with a big one tomorrow at Notre Dame.
That would help UCLA's case, a nice win. It's a tough Notre Dame team. Notre Dame beat Boston College at home. They're tough.
Shakur misses from the baseline. Simmons, right side, gets it underneath to Bobby Jones. Great passing. Robinson coming down the floor, and he is limping, and he'll be at the top of the press. Let's see if they exploit Nate Robinson, but Arizona just turning it over. They had a season-high 21 turnovers in their victory at Washington State.
Now, that's a nice job, Trey Simmons, finding a streaking Bobby Jones, but once again, defensively, watch Salim Stoudamire hands down. You got to get your hands up, ball in the air. You go up in the air, try and trace the basketball, make it a tougher pass. And Salim Stoudamire missed 6 of 7 shots against Washington State. He's struggling today. Just wondering if he's entering into a stretch where that offensive jump shot game of his is going to be on hiatus for a bit.
Nate Robinson got it going in the win over Arizona State. A big-time game, and he's picking it back up. 3 for 4, 9 points for Robinson.
Against Arizona State, Nate, the offensive rebound. Poor decision, Chris Rogers.
Jones missing. Rogers rebounding.
Got to throw that down.
Oh, this place would have just erupted.
You got to throw that down and then hang on the rim.
McClellan missing.
Who's that battling Channing Frye inside? It's Nate Robinson.
Simmons with a beautiful floater right side. Timeout, Arizona.
Give Nate Robinson credit on that play. He is the guy that scaled Mount Frye. But right here, some offense on the outside. Nice ball movement. Salim Stoudamire too slow on the closeout. Nate with the long white sleeve on the right arm. He's got that, and then here's Trey on the spin, and he spun under control. Got a good look at the basket. And then Bobby Jones right here, I thought should have just pounded that one inside, which would have made the dog pack. The Washington home folks just erupt, but they're going strong, they're going hard.
You can't handle the Trey. Well, Simmons with 11 points in the first half. And that ended a 10-2 run, which has given the Huskies their biggest lead of the game, 39-31. They've been one of the top offensive machines in the nation this year. Last year averaging 82, 6th best. And this year 86.7. But it just seems like everybody they bring onto the floor has the ability to score at least double figures.
Well, that's a credit to their coach, Lorenzo Romar. You got 5 guys average double figures. Will Conroy averages just under about 9.5 a game. And he gives them an offensive system that allows them to put up a lot of shots. And it's an equal opportunity offense, not overly reliant on one particular player.
Jones defending Adams. Hassan, jump hook, no. And Adams saves it, throws it off Jones. But Adams saved it, touching the baseline, so it's Washington basketball.
And that was some great mano-a-mano defense. Bobby Jones on Hassan Adams, 2 Southern California kids going at it. Bobby Jones got the best of that battle in that possession.
Lute Olson is furious at Channing Frye, the way he is aggressively, or non-aggressively, trying to post up on the Washington Huskies. He wants him to demand the ball, it seems like. Nate Robinson. McClellan rebound. Shakur flying forecourt. Bad pass. And they're bailed out on a foul called against Nate Robinson, who is upset with Tom Wood, the lead official.
Well, you got 2 of the highest flyers on the floor, and Hassan Adams and Channing Frye. The ball thrown up for grabs. Smallest guy out there, Nate Robinson. Coach Romar's like, how can he make a difference in that play? Trust me, he can.
But it's only the 3rd Washington team foul with 1:39 remaining, and the kind of energy in the game, that's remarkable.
And also remarkable the level of defense they played on Salim Stoudamire. To Trey Simmons, now you've got Will Conroy with the job on the outside.
Conroy bumping him. Shakur. He continues to struggle outside. Adams with the rebound. Frye with the jump hook. Yes. So he is 6 for 7 in the game now with 12 points.
Nice job, Hassan Adams. The offensive rebound stayed under control and found the open cutter.
Jensen misses. Outlet McClellan. He'll fire it down. 4-0 run for Arizona to get back into it with 57 seconds left in the first half.
Washington had a 47-40 lead down in Tucson at halftime, so Arizona understands. They just keep chipping away, keep playing tough defense, keep forcing turnovers.
Robinson for 3.
Nate's like, chip away at this. You don't want him to get off. Get a lot of confidence in that long distance jump shot. He's got so many other tools in his arsenal that can hurt you. Nice play, Trey Simmons.
McClellan steals it right back with 22 seconds left. Gets it over to Stoudamire. Boy, Washington's hands are everywhere. Only 3 fouls. That's unbelievable.
That's that Will Conroy just two-headed shove to Juwan McClellan out of the play, but Trey Simmons should have bounced that on the floor.
They're letting him play here in Seattle, and here goes Stoudamire. Missing the shot. Robinson puts it up at the
Got a
buzzer.
chance.
Oh! What a first half. This place is rocking. Enough said. Pac-10 title on the line. Lute Olson heads to the locker room. Down 7 to the Washington Huskies.
Enjoy the ultimate in hydrotherapy with a Clearwater Spa. Now through Monday, save up to 1/3 off spas during Clearwater Spas and Stoves Home Show sale. Easy financing, Clearwater Spas and Stoves. Destination, relaxation. 5 Puget Sound locations.
To get the job done right, you need the right tool for the job. Now when you buy America's best-selling F-150 during Ford Truck Power Days, you'll also receive this 5-piece set of Milwaukee cordless power tools. So put Ford F-150 to work for you with 0 for 60 or up to $42.45 in total savings. Then get to work with your very own set of Milwaukee power tools at no extra charge. Your projects are waiting and the power is here. So get to Ford Truck Power Days going on now at your Northwest Ford store.
Save on energy costs with a stove or insert from Clearwater Spas and Stoves. Through Monday, save hundreds during Clearwater Spas and Stoves Home Show sale. Easy financing, Clearwater Spas and Stoves. Destination, relaxation. 5 Puget Sound locations.
Hey, CarPros almost never has sales. Our pricing's everyday low pricing. We never put that second sticker, but when we have a sale, it's a good one, folks. Look at this. How about a brand new Accent? This isn't a used car. This isn't a program car. $69.88, under $7 grand for a new car. Think about this. Use your rebate as your down payment. $119 a month. Folks, there's only 15. First come, first serve. CarPros, Hyundai, Aurora. Come see us. You're gonna like what you see.
Get TV your way with on-demand television from Comcast. Call 1-866-GO-CABLE now to get over 2,000 hours of on-demand shows you can play, pause, rewind, whenever. Plus, add up to 90 channels of cable favorites and multiple channels of HBO. Save with this special offer. Upgrade to on-demand television with HBO for the low introductory rate of only $10 more per month. Call 1-866-GO-CABLE now and get TV your way.
You're watching FSN.
Pac-10 College Basketball on FSN is brought to you by the all-new Toyota Tacoma, Motor Trend's 2005 Truck of the Year, and by U.S. Bank, official bank of the Pac-10 Conference. We're in Seattle, where all eyes are on Heck Edmondson Pavilion at Bank of America Arena. Washington has a 7-point lead over number 9 Arizona. Each of the last 4 years, the Pac-10 has chosen the best of the best into its Hall of Honor. Let's take a look at one of this year's inductees who will be honored at the Pacific Life Pac-10 tournament in March.
One of the most decorated players in University of Washington's history is Jack Nichols. Playing 3 seasons for the Huskies between 1944 and 1948, the 6'7" center was nominated team captain in 1948 and was named first team All-Pacific Coast Conference and consensus All-American. Master of the left-handed push shot, Nichols led the team in scoring that season, setting a new team and conference record while boosting his team to the Pacific Coast title. After graduating in 1948, Nichols went on to play 9 seasons in the NBA, which included a stint with the Boston Celtics, where he helped Red Auerbach win his first championship in 1957. Inducted into the Pacific Coast Conference Hall of Fame, as well as the state of Washington's and the Husky Hall of Fame, Nichols still ranks in the top 25 in school history for points in a game and points in a career.
And we're going to have some fun in L.A. This year's Pacific Life Pac-10 tournament at Staples Center in Los Angeles, March 10, 11, 12. For ticket information, log on to pac10.org or call Ticketmaster at 213-480-3232. Plenty of great seats still available. And you've got a chance to watch guys like stars Nate Robinson in Los Angeles at the Pac-10 basketball tournament. Nate, great in the first half.
Yeah, that kind of burns a little.
A little help here.
I think someone's gonna have to suck the poison out.
Yeah. We better find somebody fast.
Go new places, experience new things. Forerunner, now that's moving you forward.
10 storied schools.
He does! He did!
Thousands of athletes. Now, one bank that congratulates them all. U.S. Bank. And with over 4,600 ATMs across the country and over 2,300 branches, it's easy to find U.S. Bank any place Pac-10 fans work, live, travel, or play. 5-star service guaranteed and the official bank of the Pac-10. U.S. Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
A symptom checker that allows people to isolate the warning signs of an illness and understand what they mean. A physician finder that enables them to locate the right doctor for the problem. Assessment tools that summarize risks and treatment options to discuss with their physicians. Personal health managers that allow parents to watch over their children in ways never before possible. Diet plans tailored to a person's individual lifestyle. A search engine that delivers only the most credible and trusted content. Taken separately, the services of WebMD help people in countless ways. But taken together, they add up to America's most trusted and most visited health site. A site that's recommended by more physicians and relied upon by more than 20 million Americans every month. WebMD, America's health site.
Certified pre-owned vehicle program. It's the shortcut to your dream car.
Motley Crue, Red, White, and Crew. 37 songs, plus 3 brand new songs. Red, White, and Crew, specially priced at all Best Buy locations.
Here in Seattle, number 14, Washington by 7 over number 9, Arizona. Both of those teams are in the NCAA tournament. But Marcus, when we take a look at the teams that are still fighting to get in the Pac-10, who do you like and who's going to struggle?
Well, you got a couple of serious bubble teams in the Pac-10 that I think have a great chance of getting in the tournament if they finish up strong. Stanford, one of those teams has done a nice job, even though their best player, their best scorer, Dan Grunfeld, has been out. Fernandez and Harris have done a nice job picking up the slack. And then UCLA, they've done a tremendous job also this year. The big win over USC at home the other night. They could really help their case by defeating Notre Dame in South Bend. Be one of those teams, one of those quality Eastern conferences. UCLA, I think, has a great chance to get in. Then Arizona State, excuse me. This is a team with a lot of wins now. Don't have a high RPI, but, you know, they keep on winning games. They maybe upset Arizona the last game of the season. They put themselves in a position to get some consideration.
All 3 teams will finish at home, UCLA, Stanford, and Arizona State next week. But the key wins for the Bruins, Washington and Arizona State twice. Key wins for Stanford. They beat Arizona at home. They got UCLA twice, and ASU, Temple, and beating Stanford twice. So those are the key victories. What it all means is that Arizona, Washington at the top, but 1 through 8, anybody can win it at the Pacific Life Pac-10 tournament.
Well, that's the beauty of this tournament. And if you win the tournament, if you're Arizona State, forget about that 59 RPI. You're in, baby. You're in. So it gives you some hope if you're one of those teams.
All right, we'll come back and talk about the first half here as Arizona down to Washington by 7 at Bank of America Arena.
At Next to Nothing Rent-A-Car, our slogan is, if you want a car for next to nothing, get in line. Do we offer you services that get you to your vacation faster? No. We let you use that time for more important things, like catching up on your reading. After all, who do you think we are, Hertz? Here you go.
Hertz offers both #1 Club Express and Never Lost, so you can reserve faster and get to your vacation faster. It's your trip. Rent wisely.
Enjoy the ultimate in hydrotherapy with a Clearwater Spa. Now through Monday, save up to 1/3 off spas during Clearwater Spas and Stoves Home Show sale. Easy financing, Clearwater Spas and Stoves. Destination, relaxation. 5 Puget Sound locations.
It's free beef time at Les Schwab.
Why in February do we give free beef with the tires you buy? Les Schwab started 41 years ago as a way of saying thank you to our customers and to support our farmers and ranchers.
A big extra at no extra charge.
Your choice. Free beef in our popular party pack or right out of the freezer. To celebrate, we're giving away over 375 handcrafted Traeger wood pellet grills.
Free beef now at the Les Schwab sign.
Save on energy costs with a Stoudamire insert from Clearwater Spas and Stoves. Through Monday, save hundreds during Clearwater Spas and Stoves Home Show sale. Easy financing, Clearwater Spas and Stoves. Destination, relaxation. 5 Puget Sound locations.
Voted top 5 in customer satisfaction in the nation. Corum Hyundai. One of the biggest selections of Hyundais in the country with the best pricing. Every Hyundai is backed by the Corum name and America's best warranty. Corner River Road and Meridian, Puyallup.
What are you waiting for? Paid vacation, a 401k retirement plan, paid training, medical and dental benefits, paid holidays? Opportunity is right here. One of America's largest furniture retailers is coming to Seattle and is seeking delivery drivers over 21 years of age, furniture refinishers, customer service, and general warehouse staff for immediate employment. All positions receive a full benefits package. So what are you waiting for? Apply in person Tuesday through Thursday, 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. in South Renton, 8301 South 180th Street, just off Highway 167, across from IKEA.
It's tough to beat a Corum Hyundai deal. Bring in those ads from other dealers and we'll show you why. Corum Hyundai, with the best selection and top customer service and satisfaction rating in the country. Every Hyundai is backed by the Corum name and America's best warranty. Corner River Road and Meridian, Puyallup.
You're watching FSN Northwest.
Washington with a 7-point lead on Arizona. Steve Physiok, Marcus Johnson with you. First half, Nate Robinson, Trey Simmons got hot. They took over in the final 10 minutes of that first half.
Did a tremendous job, both of these guys. It was Trey Simmons to start off the half, and then Nate Robinson with the strong finish. But, you know, Washington, they don't want to get into this fool's gold trap of shooting this long ball. Down in Tucson, they were 7 for 14 in the first half. They wound up 13 for 34 from the game. But it's been all about Simmons and Robinson. Now for Arizona, it's been the big guys, Radinovich and Channing Frye doing a nice job finding each other. Channing Frye, they got him established inside, but they've got to get some other guys, Stoudamire, Adams, Shakur, to join the party.
Elon stats, look at the 3 shooting. 1 for 11 for Arizona. Too many turnovers by both ball clubs. But what is interesting, Arizona 38 of 40 in their first meeting from the free throw line. They have not even attempted a free throw in the game against Washington. It's the Huskies by 7 over Arizona. We'll be right back with the second half.
Our Hertz Pac-10 Student Athlete of the Week is Oregon State's junior guard Mandy Close. A standout on the court, Mandy runs the Beavers' offense. Off the court, the junior from Bozeman, Montana, has a 3.8 GPA in human development and family science. She'd like to be an elementary teacher. Mandy Close of Oregon State is our Hertz Pac-10 Student Athlete of the Week.
Chrysler Town & Country is no ordinary minivan. It's your haven, a place designed to make your life easier. Where a 5-star side crash test rating gives you peace of mind. And the revolutionary Stow & Go stores the seats and your stuff, while a DVD player entertains you on the road. Town & Country truly is one of America's hottest products. And now's the time to take one home. Now get 0+. That means 0% financing plus February bonus cash for up to $7,900 in total savings on Town & Country.
Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way we dribble up and down the court. I like slam dunks that take me to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley-oop.
Find scores, find tickets, find just what you're after with a new, more precise MSN search.
Yeah, hi. I was wondering, can I get a wake-up call tomorrow morning, please? 8:30 a.m.? Yeah, the thing is, I was wondering, can I get that to go to my cell phone instead of my room? Oh, here's the thing. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna be in my room tomorrow, so I just thought if you could call my cell phone, it would cover all bases. Please?
The Acura Certified Pre-Owned Vehicle Program. It's the shortcut to your dream car.
Daytona champ Jeff Gordon takes on the world's fastest 2-mile oval. This weekend, the Auto Club 500 on Fox.
FSN puts Northwest fans first. Monday at 6, Gonzaga remains dominant with fearless forward Ronnie Turioff leading the Bulldogs against Northern Colorado. See it Monday at 6, right here on FSN. Sonics fans, win a pair of FSN Live seats that will put you right where the action is, courtside at a Sonics home game. Head to your Puget Sound Taco Del Mar to get the weekly trivia question. Then tune in Thursdays at 10 to FSN Live and find out when to call in and win.
Pac-10 college basketball on FSN is brought to you by Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard. And by MSN Search. Find just what you're after with the new, more precise MSN Search. Here in Seattle, we have the top team in the Pac-10 Conference, Arizona, against the second-place team, Washington Huskies. Huskies lead by 7. Will Conroy has just eclipsed Chester Dorsey's single-season Husky record with 3 assists today. He now has 165 this year, and he's closing in on Dorsey's career record. He is 5 shy of topping that. Shakur will start the second half with Radinovich, Stoudamire, Frye, Adams on the floor for Washington. Simmons, Rollins, Robinson, Conroy, and Jones.
They switch to Radinovich.
Channing Frye, boy, they completely broke down defensively and forgot where Frye was, who was having a remarkable game. He is 7 of 8 from the floor now and a game-high 14 points. The steal by Shakur, tapped it to Adams.
A very similar situation to down in Tucson. Washington up 47-40 at halftime. Knocked down a lot of three-pointers in the first half of that game. Foul trouble and turnovers allowed Arizona to get back into it.
Adams jumper from 15, no. Radinovich rebounds.
Arizona playing with some renewed sense of purpose out here to start the second half.
Adams misses twice. Trey Simmons, he started hot. This time he misses to open the second half. Bad pass by Mustafa Shakur. And Simmons goes behind his back. It's knocked out by Shakur, but Shakur, I'm sure, had a talking to from Lute Olson because he just did not make good game decisions.
Yeah, and you see right there, 7-2, Lute Olson and his Arizona Wildcats, 7-2 and trailing at halftime. So, you know, this halftime 7-point deficit, I keep saying it over and over again, just exactly the same. 47-40 down in Tucson.
Down low, Simmons.
And that's what I think Washington has got to look to do more of, not just live and die with the long ball. They did that down in Arizona. They wound up shooting 13 for 34 for the game after a 7 for 14 start at halftime.
Stoudamire bounces it off the knee of Jones and out of bounds. It'll still be Wildcat basketball, down by 7.
You got to stay aggressive, keep attacking defensively. Will Conroy has the tough task of defending Salim Stoudamire, but between he and Trey Simmons, they've done an outstanding job on Stoudamire, completely broken his rhythm out here.
On Radinovich, misses the shot. Frye battling for it, goes out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat basketball as Frye was jockeying with a couple of Huskies on that baseline.
And Channing a little bit perturbed at Nate Robinson. Robinson has been a thorn in his side the entire game, and right here, Nate Robinson just gets himself tangled up. Not a whole lot going on that play. I don't know why Channing Frye was upset, but Nate is just, you know, he's that kind of a pest. Good job sealing by Channing Frye, but good pressure, ball pressure by Bobby Jones to prevent Radinovich from finding it.
Here's Stoudamire down the lane. He gets bumped. A foul will be called against Bobby Jones. Stoudamire cold up here in the Pacific Northwest. Just 3 shots made against Washington State and now against Washington in 15 attempts. And he had 5 turnovers in the first half alone. That's not like Salim. Alley-oop to Channing Frye, and he knocks it out of bounds.
Great defense. Hakeem Rollins on that inbounds play. Arizona looks to try and get 1 or 2 of those lobs from out of bounds underneath per game. Washington scouted it. Hakeem Rollins did a nice job not releasing contact on Channing Frye. Once again, Arizona 1-3-1 zone.
Lorenzo Romar told his team at practice yesterday, we have to see 1 pass ahead in this 1-3-1 zone. They swing it out to Conroy. Good passing. Good defensive rotation by Arizona.
I thought Trey Simmons had a pretty decent look from the corner.
Jones has to fire with 3 on the shot clock and hits the 3.
Bobby Jones like, I'll take his look. Trey passes up on it. Bobby doesn't. Trey's supposed to be is the better shooter, but Bobby knocks it down.
Radinovich dribbles it off his foot. Ahead to Conroy. It's a 12-point Washington lead.
You gotta love the way the Huskies keep attacking defensively. Their defense has just been outstanding. Not only on Salim Stoudamire, but all the perimeter guys from Arizona having a tough time scoring.
Adams, beautiful move as he wraps it around the left side.
I was just going to say, if there's been one kind of hole in the defense, it's been on the interior with Channing Frye, Ivan Radinovich. But that's to be expected because of the lack of size from Washington. But this is just a beautiful body control, show and float to the other side maneuver by Hassan Adams.
Michael Jordan-esque.
Yep. Well, you need hang time to make that thing happen like that.
Here's Simmons defended by Radinovich. Jensen back in the game. He hasn't played many minutes, but then played 23 in the Thursday game and only had no rebounds. There's Simmons deep, and Washington's back in front by 13.
Trey Simmons telling Hassan Adams, get some, get some, get some.
Robinson fouled his man, Ivan Radinovich, coming from behind. I thought he got all basketball, but they say he got part of the arm.
Here's Trey Simmons, no hesitation whatsoever. Hassan Adams just a little slow in closing out defensively. Get some of this.
They may have to come out of that 1-3-1 zone, play man.
And they worked a lot on their man defense. That's where the curls and the flares and bumping the curls and getting out on the flares comes into play. If Washington continues to shoot and knock down those long jumpers, they may.
Well, here's Hassan Adams beginning to take things over himself. He scored the last 2 buckets on one-on-everything play. Robinson, Jensen, Jones, Roy, Simmons on the floor for the Huskies. Simmons leading the way with 16 points, and Adams now chasing him.
Washington, one of the worst shot blocking teams in the conference because of their lack of size, so the gravy is in the paint if you're Arizona. Keep going inside.
15:52 left. Trey Simmons heating up outside. He's got 4 from long distance.
I mean, I used to date these guys, and I wonder, why doesn't this feel right? You know, why isn't he the one? And then I met Ben. You know, it's really nice when you realize you don't have to compromise. I mean, that's why I bought a Saturn.
140 horsepower, 35 miles per gallon highway. The no-compromise 2005 Saturn Ion. Lease a new 2005 Saturn Ion 1 for $139 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details.
The Cooper Xeon 2XS Ultra High Performance Tire. Made to perform on the skid pad, the slalom, the track, and in the real world. Cooper tires don't give up a thing.
The Acura Certified Pre-Owned Vehicle Program. It's the shortcut to your dream car.
Washington by 11, and they're looking for their first conference title since tying for back-to-back conference titles in '84 with Oregon and '85 with USC. Marv Harshman was their head coach from '71 through '85, 4 seasons with 20-plus victories. He had guys like Detlef Schrempf and Christian Welp who came overseas from Europe to help them win. Their last Pac-10 title, 1985, tying USC. And there's the coach, Marv Harshman, dressed in his best purple and enjoying a 11-point Washington Husky lead over the Arizona Wildcats.
Yeah, helped to get this tradition started here at Heck Ed. He was the last coach in 1975, February 22nd, to beat UCLA and gave John Wooden his last loss in his career.
And the officials got together. One said the ball was Washington's after it fell out of bounds off Brandon Roy. The other said it was Arizona's, and Arizona gets it after the timeout.
Again, love Washington's effort on the perimeter defensively. The interior leaves a lot to be desired.
Adams is breaking down their defense right now by himself. He scored their last 3 buckets.
He's finally understanding where the gold is.
Nate Robinson missing. Frye rebounds, knocks it to Gradinovich, and a foul will be called. Someone just did not let go of Channing Frye's forearm, and a personal foul is called.
Well, Brandon Roy inside of Channing Frye, who says he's soft. Nate Robinson could have been called for an offensive foul right there using that off arm. You know, that wasn't 2 guys tangled up. I thought they were untangled before the whistle blew.
Roy's first foul. Nice. Alley-oop, Channing Frye lets the defense go and then is fouled on the side of his head, and he's in a bit of pain in the paint.
And that was a great seal, lock, and lob by Channing Frye. Kind of walks his man up the paint. There's a seal, there's a lock, a little lob over the top, and the hatchet job inside.
And this is Arizona's first trip to the free throw line. That's hard to believe in a game that has been as physical as today's. They made 38 of 40 in Tucson in the 9-point Wildcat victory. They are 1 for 1 in this game. And remember that they had a stretch where they made 31 straight foul shots.
I remember it well. Bobby Jones has to leave the game after picking up his 3rd foul. Jamal Williams replaces him, and Jamal Williams, you gain in terms of back to the basket offensive skills inside.
Arizona within 7 on a 6-0 run.
And Arizona out of that zone defense into a straight man-to-man.
Jensen hits the 3. That's 8 threes by Washington to Arizona's 1.
Talked about those curls and fades. That was a curl that Channing Frye bumped. Jensen popped it. There's your boy again.
Adams is in the zone.
He's making, it's not football, Trey Simmons. You got to come back down and play some defense too, even though Trey is matched up more often than not against Salim Stoudamire. But Hassan is really asserting himself, taking the ball into the paint.
And Arizona's come out of that 1-3-1 to play the man defense. It's Brandon Roy defended by Mustafa Shakur. Jensen this time misses the 3, and Adams taking over this game. Bad pass by Shakur. Great interception by Simmons. He's feeling it. 5 3-pointers by Trey.
All you need to do is relax a little bit. Mustafa Shakur was the man responsible for closing out on Trey Simmons, but he got caught watching Nate Robinson with the spin moves. Inside.
Got to stay inside, but they need some defensive stops.
They need some stops, but offensively, just keep attacking the inside and getting good stuff almost every single possession.
Simmons catching, shooting, not even thinking, and he misses the shot this time. Adams picks up the loose basketball and fumbles it over to Shakur.
Nice play by Mustafa. Instead of forcing the issue, taking it too deep, flipped a little lob pass over the top to Channing Frye. Once again, transition defense poor for Washington.
Channing Frye 9 of 10 for the game, 20 points. Keep going to the big guy. Let that big cat eat.
And Brandon Roy against Mustafa Shakur. That's a matchup that I think the original Romar will look to exploit at some time during this half.
Bobby Jones trying to back in on Ivan Radinovich. Oh, that's Jamal Williams, excuse me. And Williams with a strong move to the basket.
Mr. Back to the basket. Did a great job creating some space. initiating the contact. A little UCLA cut with Shakur off of Frye here.
Radinovich from about 17 feet away misses. Frye tried for the save. It went out of bounds, and it's Husky basketball.
A lot of contact inside, but Channing's got to suck it up to stay aggressive inside. Here's Jamal Williams. Nice job with the right elbow chicken wing that gains an advantage. There's Shakur going to close out way too lax on Trey Simmons. A terrific outside shooter. What a screen by Jensen on Stoudamire. This thing is getting chippy.
They're letting him play.
They said Washington loves to play this way. They play as aggressively on defense as any team I've seen on the perimeter. Not inside, on the perimeter.
Brandon Roy down low and a pretty move to the hoop. And once again, Washington has a double-figure lead at 62-51.
So many weapons to choose from. So difficult to key your defense in on one particular player.
Juwan McClellan now in the game. Radinovich looking for high-low, but well defending Channing Frye. Frye backs his way in and spins, and a foul is called as Jensen shoved Frye in the back. Time out on the floor, 11:35 left. Brandon Roy stretching that Husky lead to 11 over number 9 Arizona.
One year of tuition at a public university averages $13,000. A year of private averages $50,000. Don't forget the books, room and board, and long-distance phone calls home. Will you be ready? You can be. American Century Investments. Contact us or your investment professional.
Ask for a prospectus that contains investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses, and other information that should be carefully read and considered before.
Get a $250,000 debt consolidation loan for only $623 a month. Call Seattle Mutual Mortgage now. 866-866-2424. 866-866-2424. Seattle Mutual Mortgage.
Hey, CarPros almost never has sales. Our pricing's everyday low pricing. We never put that second sticker, but when we have a sale, it's a good one, folks. Look at this. How about a brand new Accent? This isn't a used car. This isn't a program car. $69.88, under $7 grand for a new car. Think about this. Use your rebate as your down payment. $119 a month. Folks, there's only 15. First come, first serve. CarPros Hyundai Aurora. Come see us. You're going to like what you see.
Get a $250,000 mortgage loan for only $623 a month. Call Seattle Mutual Mortgage now. 866-866-2424. 866-866-2424. Seattle Mutual Mortgage.
You're watching FSN.
Arizona down 9 to Washington. Trey Simmons has 4 more three-pointers than the entire Arizona team.
Well, you heard of the song Funky Town. Right now it's Yakka Town for Trey Simmons as he is just feeling it. Yakka, the wet ball, the high archer, bottom of the net. He's got it going on. The Wildcat players way too slow closing out. Trey is feeling it. He's on top of his game. Trey 19 points today. He had 29 Thursday and just a terrific three-point field goal percentage.
Here's Arizona down 11. Radinovich, McClellan, Frye, Stoudamire, Adams. Stoudamire has been completely silenced by Washington's defense. Here's Juwan McClellan, a fine three-shooter from Houston, Texas. Hits the three and makes it an 8-point game.
Which is great adjustment by Arizona. Washington plugs into the paint. They've got an outstanding shooter in McClellan out there roaming the perimeter. Channing Frye found it.
Adams commits his first personal foul. Washington's lead is 8, so it'll be ball underneath with a new 35-second clock. Washington countering with Jensen, Roy, Smith now back in the game, Williams and Conroy.
This Arizona team still very, very dangerous right here. Very dangerous team because of the ability to put on runs.
Offensive foul on Jamal Williams, and you are, Marcus, the way they can hit a streak and devour a team.
And right here, the penetration by Williams looks like Adams slapped it out of bounds and did not have possession.
We did a game at UCLA earlier this year where the Bruins were in the game. Then all of a sudden the Wildcats went off on a 19-0 run. It was good night. Jawan McClellan misses the three. Conroy, outlet, Smith killed as he's mugged by Jawan McClellan, who will pick up the personal foul.
Right here inside, Hassan Adams. Just always working, always active, trying to get that offensive rebound. No defensive balance back as McClellan is the guy that takes a shot. McClellan is the guy that tries to thwart the easy two by the freshman Joel Smith.
Adams got knocked down, and Lute Olson, Jim Rosborough, his assistant coach, were both complaining to the officials. Why is there not a foul called? As a matter of fact, the Wildcats have only gone to the line in this game 2 times. They went to the line 40 times in their win in Tucson. Joel Smith drops the free throw. The talented freshman from Southern California out of Brewster Academy.
I mean, this has been a very physical basketball game, and for Arizona to have only one player, Channing Frye, to attempt the free throw doesn't jibe with the aggressive defensive posture of the Washington Huskies.
Yeah, this is a Husky team that was called for how many fouls in Oregon? Oregon went to the line 54 times in a game, which was a backcourt record.
And Arizona went to the line 40 times the first time they met down in Tucson, as you mentioned.
Radinovic trying to set the screen. Frye posting up on Jensen. Stoudamire missing the three. Radinovic inside. Nice move and knocks it down.
You draw so much attention with Channing Frye inside, 2 guys at time boxing him out. Nobody remembered to box out Radinovic. Nice step through footwork move by Ivan.
Jensen throws it away. Conroy picks it up corner. Still plenty of time left in the shot clock. Now a steal by Radinovic. He's being chased by Conroy, and Radinovic loses the basketball, gets it back after he hit the backboard.
Fans want a traveling violation, but that's the key. It did hit the backboard, so it's a live ball. It's one available for Radinovic to run down.
They're almost having Adams run as a point forward and Stoudamire run as the off guard.
And Joel Smith is just hanging on him like a cheap suit that time, trying to fight through the screen. But that's how they want to play. Stoudamire, extremely aggressive, extremely physical. Trying to stay in his head.
See Lute Olson already down in the corner talking with lead official Tom Wood. A total of 9 free throws attempted by both teams in this game. 2 by Lute Olson's Wildcats.
Well, we've been talking about letting them play all season long. This may be the other extreme to that.
Well, here's the key for the Wildcats coming back. Washington has already sent them to the bonus situation, 1 plus the penalty, and Arizona the best free throw shooting team in the Pac-10. A miss by Stoudamire, a tip in by Channing Frye, so they get the 2 anyway.
Arizona going to change up, staying out of that 1-3-1 zone like they have the last few possessions.
Tipped in. Boy, they are just relentless on that glass.
And it's created by the ability, like by Nate Robertson, to get down the gut with that spin move, draw the defense.
Rogers. No. McClellan rebounded. Tried to power it back up and in. Finally he gets it to drop, and a chance for 3.
Boy, he's giving him some toughness inside.
There's got to be some contact in here. I mean, throughout.
I don't know if he's yelling at the officials or at Bobby Jones, his defender, for not boxing out Jawan McClellan. A lot of contact right there, no foul call. Then once the spin move is made, Bobby Jones can't believe that contact is called, but it's awful feisty, awful tough inside there.
7 points, 4 rebounds by the freshman Jawan McClellan.
And he's giving them a nice boost, knocked down the outside jumper when Channing Frye got double. There's a problem. Rebounding missed free throws. There were free throws.
Stoudamire missing the 3. He has just really struggled. 2 for 10.
You cannot keep giving a team second chances after they miss a free throw like Stoudamire did at the front end of the 1-and-1.
Bobby Jones for 3.
Where did that come from?
He only hit 1 all last year. He has already hit 17 threes this season.
That's a big, big shot. Your offense getting a little bogged down. Ronnie Jones comes up, knocks it down. His dad in town from Southern California to see his son play, and pays him for making the trip. Arizona going against the Husky zone inside. You would think you would be able to stop the interior offensive forays to the basket, but not on that possession. Out of position, a little bit of a gamble.
Channing Frye, 11 for 13, 24 points. Trey Simmons floats it. Shooter's touch.
And baby, that's back at you. That's off the dribble. We usually think of Trey as a catch-and-shoot guy. That time, he created his own shot off the dribble. Speaking of off the dribble, you better keep Hassan Adams from dribbling through your zone like he's done in the second half.
Frye working against Brandon Roy. Stoudamire. Well, he finally hits a three-pointer after Salim Stoudamire, just his second of the game. He's 3 for 11 overall. Will Conroy comes right down, and they're trading Bassick, and that's going to hurt Arizona.
And Will Conroy, great recognition. He saw that Salim Stoudamire was the lone defender between Will Conroy and the basket, put a nice little deep left, crossover right, and got there with the extension.
2-3 zone.
That short corner slash to Channing Frye has been effective.
Oh, Frye had him sealed off. Jones now turns his defense. McClellan. No. And a foul. It looked like Conroy went underneath Channing Frye and will be called for a personal foul.
It's getting awful tough inside, and both teams are stepping up with the tough outside makes also. Right here, Bobby Jones, usually known as an inside player. He spots it up, a little yakka on the outside, and Channing Frye, he's been tough all afternoon long. Nice job. Drop step dunk, and don't let this man get off and get some yak under his belt. It could be a long night.
Embrace the spotlight. Greatness won't come to you. You have to reach for it. Bass, reach for greatness.
Chrysler Pacifica is no ordinary SUV. It's your safety utility vehicle. A place where the world seems less frightening. Where it earned a 5-star front and side impact rating and the highest rollover resistance rating of any SUV tested. And an available DVD and navigation system make traveling even more enjoyable. Chrysler Pacifica truly is one of America's hottest products. And now's the time to get into one. Now get 0+. That means 0% financing plus February bonus cash for up to $7,400 in total savings on Pacifica.
The bigger the stage, the bigger the opportunity. Greatness won't come to you. You have to reach for it. Bass, reach for greatness.
Pac-10 hoops are hot. Legends like Peyton, Alcindor, Kidd, and Walton. Greats like Myers and Starbird and Leslie. Pac-10 Hoops has always been this country's best, and fans can't wait to see them gather this March for the Pac-10 tournament. There are new heroes to be made in Los Angeles and San Jose at the Pac-10 tournament. So be a part of it. Pac-10 Hoops are hot. Always have been, always will be.
Great game here in Seattle. Huskies by 8. Inside 7 to go tomorrow. NASCAR on Fox returns as the scene shifts to California for the Auto Club 500 presented by Quaker State. Defending champion Jeff Gordon will take on a full field of the world's best drivers as he tries to start the season with 2 straight wins. The Auto Club 500 presented by Quaker State tomorrow at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific in high definition only on Fox. Trey Simmons, quality game, 21 points after a 29-point effort last Thursday in a win over Arizona State. Channing Frye, meantime, has a chance to close the margin down to 6 points. He is 1 shy from tying his career best, 26 points. He's done it 3 times, including his last game against the Washington State Cougars in Pullman Thursday.
And trust me, you cannot be soft and play as effectively as Channing Frye has played the last couple of games. Washington State against a Dick Bennett coach team, and the way the Huskies have been just clawing and scrapping and scraping against Channing Frye today.
And he now goes to the sidelines, and Kirk Walters, the sophomore from Michigan, comes on with McClellan, Shakur, and Adams.
Nate Robinson's been awful quiet here in the second half. He's going to look to get more aggressive.
That was just the third team foul on Arizona. Washington already has 9, so next foul by the Huskies, double bonus for Arizona. Great opportunity for the Wildcats to get back in the game. Both these teams are fine foul shooting teams, but another 4 are needed for the Huskies to be in the bonus. This is a 2-shot opportunity. Robinson misses his first.
You think about the Huskies and why they have not drawn a lot of fouls. You know, they've shot a lot of threes tonight and knocked down their share of them, but also offensive rebounds. They've gotten their share of offensive rebound tips, second chance points in that area. So they haven't really just attacked and driven the basketball to the hoop a whole lot in this game.
Very short break for Lute Olson's star, Salim Stoudamire, back in. He hit his last 3-point shot. He now has 8 points for the game, and going to sit down the freshman McClellan, who did a nice job replacing him.
Yeah, he did. And Hassan Adams did a nice job finding lanes to the basket.
You know, he's so clever with both right and left hand.
He's a natural left-hander, actually.
Simmons misses, but a foul will be called on Kirk Walters. And once again, the Huskies simply beating Arizona's defense down the floor.
I mean, Hassan's writes with his left hand, throws with his left, does everything but shoots, and that's with his right hand. So he's very comfortable weaving his way to the basket and then using that left to finish inside. He prefers dunking with the left hand. At times we've seen him throw down.
He's pretty good with his right hand, too.
Yeah.
Well, he has had a heck of a game. 16 points with 8 rebounds. A 6'4" guy who at times will play the power forward spot. Now Radinovich goes sideline with Frye back in, and Arizona goes with the 2 big 7-footer Walters and 6'11" Frye.
And Adams is what we used to call amphibious. Can use both hands.
Yeah. He's both human and dinosaur.
Likes to swim also. Now, how do you get Salim off? Will Conroy doing a nice job. Got some great help from Hakeem Rollins on that play. But I think you don't really work to get into Salim as much. Channing Frye has been your guy. You ride him home. So he and Hassan Adams.
Shot clock down to 8. What a move by Adams. There's the left-handed throwdown.
There's that left-handed jam we talked about on the switch. Hakeem Rollins switched on to Hassan Adams. That's a definite quickness advantage for Hassan, and Channing Frye did a nice job of keeping Trey Simmons out of the play defensively.
Robinson has a mismatch. He pulls up. It's knocked out of bounds by Kirk Walters. Good job by the big man to stay with him.
Well, and here's Hassan Adams right there on Hakeem Rollins, and you see Channing Frye kind of clear out Trey Simmons. That was a big key inside. Watch Frye right there, on Simmons. Kind of keep Simmons away from the play. Hassan uncontested going inside, and I thought Lorenzo Romar a little bit upset with Nate Robinson for over-dribbling on that possession.
Adams taking over where Salim Stoudamire has slowed. Arizona within 4 of Washington.
The University of Arizona, home of winning teams. Teams of students and professors are expanding our knowledge of Saturn with the Cassini spacecraft, leading NASA's next mission to Mars, feeding the world by creating hardier species of corn and rice, finding new drugs to cure childhood cancer, changing business, celebrating the human spirit through art, theater, music, and dance. The University of Arizona Tucson, where the spirit of teamwork thrives.
The Chrysler PT Cruiser is no ordinary car. It's your alternative. A place where there's endless ways to do your own thing. Where more interior room than Ford Focus, Honda Civic, or Toyota Corolla sedans means there's plenty of room to stretch out. And an available 220 horsepower turbo engine means you'll get where you need to on your schedule. And now you can choose the PT Cruiser with the features you want, starting at $13,995. Now get 0+. That means 0% financing plus February bonus cash for up to $4,200 in total savings on PT Cruiser.
Hey, Angie, you going to the post office? Hey, Ted, you going to the post office?
Do I know you?
Anyone go to the post office? Jeff, Ronnie, Connie. Isn't anyone going to the post office?
Hey, Chuck. Can't go to the post office? Go to USPS.com.
From buying stamps to shipping packages, almost anything you do at the post office, you can do at USPS.com. It's how the U.S. Postal Service is working for you.
Hey, Steve. Lunch?
Chrysler game summary. Arizona's the top three-pointing shooting team in the conference. They are 3 for 18. Look at the free throws. 6 to 40 on January 27th. Conroy set the Washington single-season record for assists. And here we go with Washington having 2 titles since the Pac-10 was formed in 78-79. Arizona has 10, the most, all 10 with Lute Olson. And a win today would make Coach Olson the winningest coach in Pac-10 history. The man he would pass, John Wooden, and his daughter flew into Tucson to watch Tuesday's practice. Coach Olson asked Wooden to speak to the team, and he said he did. And, you know, he never brought up basketball. He talked about life and what you can do to grow up and do a great job in this world, whatever your venture, whether it's basketball or business. But Lute Olson's laurels, 734 career wins. 7-time Pac-10 Coach of the Year, already in the Hall of Fame. And when asked yesterday about this game with Washington, he said, you know what? I love these games. I love the college basketball atmosphere.
Terrific atmosphere. But talking about Coach Wooden speaking to the team, now you would think with all these hip, slick, and cool Generation Xers that, you know, they'd be a little cool with Coach Wooden, but they were on the edge of their chairs absorbing everything he had to say. And I couldn't think of a better person to take over as the top coach in terms of wins in the Pac-10 than Lute Olson and the success he's had down in the desert.
He has great respect and love for the Wizard of Westwood.
1-3-1 zone. Sorry, 1-3-1 zone. That's to tell you how good of a coach he is. Out of the timeout, he switches his defense against Washington.
And Conroy misses the 3. Ball goes out of bounds to Arizona.
He's talking about his coaching skills. And he knows that Coach Romar of Washington has set his offense to go against the man-to-man that Arizona had been playing. Now all of a sudden his team has got to look at that 1-3-1 and then kind of rush that shot. Big possessions down the stretch here, 4-point ball game.
Shakur back in the game at the point. Frye trying to post up on Hakeem Rollins. Shakur hits his first 3 of the game. A big one for Mustafa Shakur and his confidence.
I'll say that's a big one. And Mustafa was so big down in Tucson with his 19 points. He's been quiet this game. But he's a guy, we saw him against Oregon up there in a close game against the Ducks, who can get hot late on you.
So Arizona crawling back from a 13-point deficit, now down by 1. Brandon Roy jump hook, swatted away. Frye goaltending against the Arizona center.
Yeah, that's a tough move by Brandon Roy. He was almost like a fullback. Watch him kind of carry it through the defensive line. And then up and in the cup, Channing Frye, you got to get that goaltending call, even if it's close to not being one. It's a good call by the officials. He was too close to the basket to block that shot.
Conroy defending Stoudamire. Salim muscling it up. It's no good. Rollins with the rebound. Will Conroy tied up. Finds Trey Simmons. Arizona stays in the zone. Now it's a man.
Switching defenses, keeping them just a little confused.
Simmons misses the 3, and Robinson with the save. 4-3.
Hakeem Rollins, senior day. Just a great individual job of hustling to keep the ball alive. Slaps it back to Nate Robinson. That's a huge 3-pointer that puts his team up 6. Washington feeling it, trying to close it out, trying to crank up the defensive intensity.
Robinson now with 16 points, his third 3 of the game. And Washington has opened up a 6-point edge on the Wildcats.
From the minute my son was born, I knew I wanted.
This sold-out crowd at Bank of America Arena has been outstanding. 80-74 leaders, but enjoying it because of plays like this by Nate Robinson from 3 to up 6. And his father, Jack Robinson, the great running back for the Huskies. 85 Orange Bowl MVP. 82 Rose Bowl MVP.
Part-time cheerleader.
Full-time right now.
Full-time cheerleader. Getting the crowd into it.
Complete game for Nate Robinson.
And Nate's perimeter defense, the Huskies' perimeter defense has been outstanding. Again, Hassan Adams has been able to get down into the gut along with Channing Frye.
Shakur gets to Channing Frye, and he has a new career high. That's 28 points for the senior from Phoenix, Arizona.
A nice job creating by Mustafa Shakur, but for Washington defensively, you got to stop the penetration. You got to keep those guys in front of you, make them shoot jumpers over the top.
Stoudamire chasing Conroy. Simmons turned down, and he floats it up from about 10.
I ain't turning down nothing but McCollum. Right there, he turned down the long one, but he found a little floater to paint.
24 for Simmons. For Channing Frye.
A little bit of a shuffle inside, but once again the penetration, over-committing, overextending on defense as you're closing out is what Washington is doing, opening up penetration lanes.
But the Wildcats need some defensive stops. Frye has just eaten up the Huskies inside. 13 of 15 he has made from the floor. Robinson gets tied up. It'll be a held ball situation, and it'll stay with Washington. With 9 seconds left in the shot clock, Lorenzo Romar very proud of the way his team has played, but here's that floater by Trey Simmons.
That's a big shot. Passes on the wide open three-pointer, and then once again overcommitting Hassan Adams. You go out cautiously when you close out. You do not almost just invite him to go baseline on penetration where you force your defense to have to react.
You talk about a complete game by Hassan Adams. We told you he was Mr. Do Everything. 18 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists by the junior from Los Angeles. Tonight, Pac-10 Hoops continues on FSN when the California Golden Bears and Richard Midgley take on the Oregon State Beavers and David Lucas. Coverage begins at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, only on FSN. Pac-10 basketball has been wonderful this year, and they returned almost 90% of the starters from 1 year ago. It's still a young league. I think it's going to be outstanding next year.
It is indeed, but Channing Frye, new career high, 30 points today. You talked about that 26. He's been stuck on that for three times. But right here now, you need a good shot. Brandon Roy, the matchup with Brandon Roy, depending on the defense Arizona lines up in, looks like they're going to fall back into their zone.
Simmons saves it. Nate Robinson misses the three, but there is Hakeem Rollins on senior day.
Senior day, senior making plays. He had the save to Nate Robinson for the big three.
They forgot about Stoudamire, though, who hits his third three of the night. 11 points for Salim Stoudamire. A quiet outing, but they've defended him well.
And that time I thought Radinovich, whoever it was, a big guy, just kind of got in the way of Will Conroy to free up Stoudamire.
Robinson loses it out of bounds, but it was last touched by a Wildcat.
And watch Hakeem Rollins working the offensive glass. Nobody box him out. He's up and over Hassan Adams and Salim Stoudamire.
1:28 left. Arizona staying in the man defense.
Once again, Brandon Roy against Ivan Radinovich. I like that matchup for Washington.
Instead, it's Robinson over Channing Frye. The little man just climbs the ladder.
Nice two-man game. Brandon Roy sets the screen. Radinovich too slow, hedging, stopping Nate Robinson from turning the corner, giving him a head of steam going to the basket, and he is, as you saw, oh so tough when he gets up ahead of steam.
Stoudamire, short. And it is out of bounds to Arizona.
Oh.
And you're loving this, aren't you?
The natives just running over everybody. Cameraman, it doesn't matter. But here's a little pick and roll action. Radinovic again too slow on the hedge. You cannot allow. And again, easy for me to say. I'm sitting up here, but Radinovic at 6'10", trying to get down and stop Nate Robinson from turning the corner. Maybe a bit too much to ask.
60 seconds left. Arizona down 5 at Washington. Conroy on Salim. Shakur fumbles it in the corner. Radinovic, that's not the shot that Lute Olson wanted. They had plenty of time left. But Radinovic steals it right back, and a foul will be called on Trey Simmons. This will hurt Washington because the clock stops and Arizona has a chance to score.
And Trey Simmons is an 86% free throw shooter. He's trying to avoid the foul in the backcourt. Just pick up the ball, let him grab you. Arizona's placed in a situation down 5 where they had to foul. They were trying to foul, but Trey wouldn't let them.
Well, Ivan Radinovic hit the game-winning free throws in overtime at Washington State. Washington State tried to ice him at the free throw line by playing music to fire up the crowd. It happened to be Ivan's favorite song by Zombie Nation, and he made both. Well, he misses the first. They weren't playing Zombie Nation. He misses both.
And now don't turn it over. Hold on to it. You know Arizona's got the foul. But don't risk a turnover trying to break through the pressure. They have to continue to foul because they're not in the bonus yet. They can't afford Arizona to let time run off the clock, so they want to grab you as soon as possible.
You see the game reset. 2 timeouts left for the Wildcats, 1 for the Huskies. If there's a held ball, Washington will have it.
You go hold on to it. Take the march to the free throw line.
This would be an important win for Washington, particularly if they can win out. And I say that because Washington would have the tiebreaker, because head-to-head they would have split. The next goes to teams that are from the top on down to the bottom. And Washington, if they beat Stanford, would have 2 wins over the Cardinal. Arizona would have a split against Stanford, who's the #3 team right now.
And this is where not having a lot of team fouls really hurts you in this situation if you're Arizona, because now, you know, now time, a little couple seconds here and there, chipping off the clock. You have to continue to foul to try and get yourself into the bonus, or get your opponent into the bonus so they finally get to the free throw line.
Washington up by 5 points with 35.1 seconds left. And you're talking about 2 seeds. They deserve it. Look what they've done this year. 22-4, and they're the only team in college basketball that has beaten the #1 team in the Mountain West Conference, Utah, and Andrew Bogut, who might be the player of the year in college basketball, and beaten powers of the Big 12, SEC, and ACC.
They beat Oklahoma, Alabama,
and NC State.
North Carolina State here early in the season. This is when in North Carolina State, when they were a ranked team, people thought North Carolina State was going to do some damage this year. A lot of that early season success directly attributable to the play of Nate Robinson. He was playing at an extremely high level, averaging about 23 points a game the first 10, 12 games of the season.
Robinson makes them both. Huskies go up 7. What must Arizona do now?
I mean, you like the quick 3 if it's there, but I still think, you know, Hassan Adams has done a great job getting to the basket. You don't settle for the 3-pointer in this situation.
Good defense. Here's Stoudamire. He hits the 3, and all of a sudden, it is a 4-point game with 25.1 seconds left.
It's good offense.
Look how positive Lorenzo Romar is.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to keep his team positive, but Channing Frye double team. You don't see a defender within sight of Salim. Stoudamire, wide open 3-pointer. You don't turn that down. Then the quick timeout to keep the pressure on the Huskies.
Well, Nate Robinson playing like the All-American he can be. 6 and 12 floor, 7 assists in the game, 20 points.
And a lot of those have come late. As far as 8 of those 20 after halftime, those all have been late points here. Keem Rollins on the save. This is a big three-pointer right here from Nate Robinson. And he has that ability. And this is when he's most dangerous. Late in the game, you need a hoop. Coming off a high screen.
11th game this year with 20 or more points. Nate Robinson started as a freshman cornerback on the football team for the Huskies, then went over to the basketball side and just shows how good he is. And he has had great games against Arizona throughout his career. In their 3-game sweep last year, he averaged almost 25 per game, including a 31-point outing against the Wildcats. There's the foul, and it is called. It takes 2 seconds off the clock, so Robinson will be back at the foul line, where he shoots 77% this year.
You know, and don't even risk trying to break through that foul attempt and try and avoid it and dribble the ball out of that pressure, out of the trap. Just hold on to it, let the contact happen. Kiss your forearm, kiss your wrist, slap your forearms.
Here it goes.
Spin it around and knock it down.
Make it sound easy, Marcus. Just like that.
It is for me describing it. Daddy Jacques loving it.
Radinovich back in for Jawan McClellan as the lead is pushed to 5 over Washington.
Here, got a kiss, got a slap, got to spin it around. Okay.
Tell you what you're seeing today is what tells you we are going to have one great Pacific Life Pac-10 tournament March 11, 12, and 13 at Staples Center in Los Angeles. Good seats still available. Get them now. Here's Stoudamire, and he's fouled.
3. Will he get 3?
He should. He was in the act of shooting. If he makes all 3, it'll make it a 1-possession game. Stoudamire's taken 1 foul shot and missed it in this contest.
Yeah, I mean, that was not a smart play by Will Conroy. I mean, there was a lot of contact. I saw that jersey kind of pull of Salim Stoudamire as he was trying to get the jumper off from long range. He was definitely shooting it. You know, Salim.
Stoudamire came into the game making 62 of 65 in conference play.
Missed one this evening, right?
Yep. It's still a 2-possession game. He needs to make both. Wow, that never happens. Stoudamire 1 for 3 from the free throw line. You know, he's so good you expect 3 for 3.
This is not going to be a gimme here either. I mean, he's just not looked comfortable the entire game on the floor or at the free throw line.
1 of 4 for Salim Stoudamire, and a foul is called.
Yeah, he just has not looked comfortable, and that's what happens. And a lot of it has to do with, first, you know, give Dick Bennett a lot of credit because he did a great job Thursday night of making the Wildcats go overtime to beat them and play a different rhythm type of a game. Stoudamire 1 for 7 in that game, thanks to Thomas Kalani and the great team defense of the Cougars. And then tonight, they kind of tag teaming with Trey Simmons starting out. Will Conroy's had a piece of him.
How good has Stoudamire been this year? He only missed 3 free throws the entire conference season. He's missed 3 free throws in this game alone. 1 for 4. Prior to that, 62 for 65. The lead is 6 for the Huskies. Shakur looking for an opening, takes it in, and there is McClellan missing the 3. Conroy rebounding with 4.2 seconds left, and the Huskies look to go 15 for 15 at home this year.
That's how you finish it off, undefeated at home for the dog pack right there in the Washington Huskies. Roger Romar says that if you put a winner up here in Seattle, they will show up. And boy, have they showed up. They're spending nights in tents 2 days before game time.
A football school taken to a basketball school by a former football player, Nate Robinson. Lute Olson will have to wait one more game before eclipsing the great John Wooden for most conference wins.
Winning obviously has a lot to do with that, but also the style of play, how you win. This is a very exciting brand of basketball that we're witnessing here in the Northwest.
And the seniors stepped up like Trey Simmons, who scored 24. Like Hakeem Rollins, who had a big basket on a tip in and also had 6 rebounds.
Will Conroy going to get some love.
Will Conroy with 9 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, breaking the single-season assist record. Congratulations to that terrific senior, Will Conroy, the leader of the pack. Still 3.3 left. It is Washington basketball. The Huskies will go to 23-4 and 13-3 in conference play. And the Wildcats will fall to 24-5, and their 7-game losing streak, 7-game winning streak will be over.
And right there, instead of Salim Stoudamire backing off, he takes a swipe at the basketball on Nate Robinson. Now Robinson and Stoudamire.
Wow, a technical foul call.
I mean, Salim on that last play, instead of just, conceding the defeat, makes a play on the ball, knocks Robinson down. Robinson gets called for the traveling violation, and they didn't take too kindly to that. I think that's more, it speaks more to the frustration of Salim Stoudamire tonight more than anything else.
Well, the official made the ruling like there was a technical foul call, but will there be?
I think, 1/10 of a second, just finish the game.
Exactly. A technical foul call at this point in the game is not necessary. This has been a beautifully played basketball game.
Romar going to get Nate Robinson out here, let him get a little love himself, play to the crowd a little bit.
This could be Nate's final game at Bank of America Arena. A junior. But he tried out for the NBA. They were very impressed, but decided to come back to work on his playmaking skills. This game's history. The Washington Huskies go unbeaten at home this year. Congratulations to Lorenzo Romar. 15 straight home victories. And the Wildcats fall to 24-5. They still have a half-game lead on Washington. That's it from Seattle. The final score, Washington 93, Arizona 85. Make sure to tune in for women's basketball as UCLA takes on USC or Kansas takes on Kansas State. Check your local listings. For Marcus Johnson, I'm Steve Physiak saying so long, everyone. Thanks for watching exclusive coverage of Pac-10 Hoops on FSN.